What's up, you guys? It's Adanna. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about picking the right, not necessarily career, because if you're trying to be a physician assistant, that is your career, right? But picking the right specialty. We can talk about picking the right career if you want to. You can ask me a question about that later. But this video, we're going to talk about picking the right specialty because it is important for you to choose a specialty that really speaks to you and who you are and the things that you want in life, okay? So if you are about to become a PA, or if you're thinking about becoming a PA and you're not really sure what specialty you're trying to get into, this video is for you. Let's get into the video right now. What's up, you guys? It's Adanna. Welcome back to my channel. So as I stated, I wanted to talk to you guys about picking the right specialty. Now, obviously, I got straight out of PA school and kind of got thrusted into a specialty that I wasn't necessarily interested in at the moment. Obviously, I just wanted to kind of get a job and start working because I had been a poor PA student for 2 years. But at the end of the day, it was a specialty that afforded me the opportunity to learn a lot, get a lot of experience, and it made me better. But I always knew that I wanted to be in women's health. That is where my passion has always lied, even before I wanted to become a PA. So I knew that that was my trajectory and my path. But not everybody is as I know that this is what I want in life as I am, right? And as other people are. And so sometimes you get into PA school and you have no idea what specialty you want to get into. And it's important for you to really kind of choose what specialty you want to get into, because if you're going to spend over $100,000 on a degree to become a PA and get into this career, and you get a job in a specialty that you're not really interested in, it's kind of like a waste, right? But the beauty of being a PA is that that is not where you're stuck. So it's unlike some of the other careers where wherever you go, that's where you have to be, because you can easily transition into a different specialty. So I want to give you guys 3 things that you should be looking for or understanding about yourself and who you are when choosing a specialty. Now, the number 1 is know yourself, right? Know who you are as a person, know your character, and how that will lend to a particular specialty. Now, being a PA is not for everybody, and being a trauma PA or an OBGYN PA or a dermatology PA is not for everybody. And I say that with a tad bit of experience in terms of transitioning from one specialty to another. I haven't completely transitioned. I'm primarily an OBGYN PA, but I still do trauma and acute care surgery on the side. But it's not for everybody. My husband could never do what I do. And it's not to say that he's not smart enough to do it or anything like that. But in terms of who he is, his character, his emotional and mental state, it would not lend well to my career. And that is other people. And I say this because when you are an inpatient, specifically inpatient PA, and you're dealing with people that have acute issues that you have to manage on hand, you have to be able to empathize with them, but at the same time, you can only give so much, right? And so sometimes I think that's why people may feel emergency medicine providers and nurses are a little bit cold, and it's kind of because you have to be a little bit standoffish. You have to be able to be oh, I'm sorry that you're in this situation, but when I was a trauma PA and I'm trying to take off all your clothing to see exactly what's going on, and you're fighting me, and I'm explaining to you, hey, we have to take off all your clothing to see if there are any bruises, and all you're telling me is no, it's my leg is what's hurting, my back is fine. But again, I'm trying to explain, look, I understand that your leg is the one that's giving you a lot of pain, but that pain is distractible. We have no idea what may be going on with your spine, if it's stable, if you have any bruises any other places. And you can't tell that you're bleeding internally because your leg is in pain, right? Because you're so focused on that. And I have to kind of be stern and matter of fact with you and be look, I need you to let me do this because I'm trying to help you out. And if I don't get to check your back and the rest of your body, we could be missing other injuries, right? And so that could come off as cold at times, but it's not the case. And also, if you are like too emotional in that particular specialty, being like trauma or emergency medicine or even ortho, you know, you take that stuff home with you. You're seeing people, like even I see, you're seeing people like either die or come in very traumatic situations, and you're there with families as they're mourning loved ones or kind of grieving the loss of what their loved one used to be, and you can take that home with you. So understanding who you are as a person and your character, and your emotional state is very important when choosing the right specialty, because that will lend to like helping you understand, am I able to manage or like actually thrive in this particular specialty, being an emotional person, you know, being someone that feels a lot versus somebody that can kind of turn it off and go, you know, and not bring that home. Number one, know who you are. Number two, okay, the number two thing that you should absolutely keep in mind when you're trying to choose a specialty is what kind of lifestyle do you want to live. Now, obviously, like, shift work is not for everybody, right? So being in emergency medicine where you are like working 10 hours here and 11 hours on this day, and you're working nights versus days, and it's not like steady, that is not for everybody. And working 24-hour shifts is not for everybody, you know. But I love a 24-hour shift because I love my family. I love being able to like spend 4 days at home, not doing anything, like just sitting up on the couch if I want to, or, you know, going to Target at like 9 o'clock in the morning when nobody else is there, or, you know, literally sleeping in to get caught up on some rest, or, you know, running around and shopping or doing YouTube videos, whatever it may be. I like being able to have that time. Now, not everybody can do a 24-hour shift, right? You know, some people really need their sleep at night. Some people want to go home to their own bed. They don't want to stay in the hospital. You know, they don't do well staying up. They're very like their mind doesn't work like how it should, and so like when they're tired or exhausted, and no one's mind really does, but some people lend a little bit more to that and are able to just kind of function a little bit better. So if you know that is not you and that's not the lifestyle that you want to live, then don't do it, right? You know, you have to like, when you're doing your interviews, like these are the kind of questions that you're asking, like what kind of hours are we working? So, and it's vice versa. Like I could never see myself right now going to do a 9 to 5 after literally working 2 days a week. I can't fathom it. Now, obviously, if maybe after I've worked like 10 to 15 years, I don't know, in a 24-hour shift work, you know, God willing, maybe I might be able to be like, all right, you know, it's time for a change. It's time for me to like go do something else. And I may want something where I'm working, I don't know, you know, hopefully we can do this like 5-day work week, and it still includes, or 4-day work week, and it still includes like a day off or something. So I could see myself working 3 days a week versus, you know, 5 days a week or the 2. But at the end of the day, right now, I cannot see myself in an office space. But some people can only see themselves in an office space and working like 5 days a week, or, you know, 4 days a week, at whatever the case may be, and, you know, seeing patients in the office setting. It's not for everybody. And again, also like, you know, 312s or working nights versus working days. You have to know like what works for you and the lifestyle that you want, because maybe you want to go travel, and if that is you, you know, working 5 days a week may not lend to the type of travel person that you want to be. So know yourself and the lifestyle that you want to live. Okay, so that's number 2. And number 3, like last but certainly not least, okay, is you need to do what makes you happy. Now, obviously, like I told you guys, like I am happy where I'm at, and, you know, I've seen lots of people kind of either leave medicine because they're not happy in their career or the position that they're in because it wasn't what they thought it was, or like leave a particular specialty because they're not happy. And as PAs, I think we kind of like do that a lot in our early years, like 1 to, I would say, maybe 3 years. You're kind of like, I just need to get out and start working and get experience, because a lot of the jobs that you want to get into are asking for like 3 years of experience or 5 years of experience in the particular field. But sometimes it's just as a provider, and you don't have the experience, and so the only way you can get that experience is by getting into something that you never really wanted to get into in the first place, and you're not happy, and it shows in your work ethic, in your workload, in how you treat your patients, in the type of provider that you are. When you're not happy, it really shows. And it also shows at home, like you bring that stuff home. So this is when you use your rotations to really buckle down and figure out what particular specialty is going to make you happy. Now, obviously, I know you guys are like, well, Adanna, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, yeah, of course, I'm going to try to use my rotations, but we're only there for like 4 to 6 weeks, depending on, the particular program that you're in. However, like, really use that time to actually like dig in and try to get in there so you can see. Like, I precept students now, and I have like the gambit of like the various different spectrums. I have students that really could care less about the rotation, and that may be because they don't care to be in women's health, or that may be just because that's who they are, but they don't really like participate or get in there like they should, because again, this is your learning experience, right? But then I have students who are like, hey, Adanna, like, what can I do? Like, where should I be? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to present to you on this patient? Do you just want me to go see the patient? Like, those are the type of students that I understand and that I know will be making like very like detailed and good decisions on who they want to be as a PA, and then what specialty they want to practice into. So again, definitely go ahead and make sure that you are really using your rotations to make the best decisions on the specialty that you want to get into, because they give you like 11 different options, I would say, of the various different specialties to get into, and then kind of just jump in there and really treat this as your job. Treat this as an opportunity to truly understand, like, is this the like work-life balance that I want? Are these the type of patients that I want to see? Is this where I want to be? Okay, so hopefully those 3 little tips helped you out. I really am a big proponent of people doing what they want to do with their life, and people being happy in the career path and life that they've chosen to live. And so when it comes down to spending lots of money for a particular career that you want to get into and then not being happy, I think that kind of sucks, and that would be sad. So definitely like just trying to give you guys some options on how to make the best decisions when it comes to specialties and career, okay? Specifically that of being a physician assistant, okay? If you guys have any other questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at AdannaThePA, and on Instagram at Get That C University, where we help you not only get into, but through PA school. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys next time.